Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for January 2018. And yes, it is late, I apologize. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And yes, I'm very late this month. I do apologize. I'd gotten a flu bug, and I've been fighting it off. I'm getting better now, but yeah, I'm still in the process of trying to purge it from my system, so I may need to pause a time or two. You may or may not notice, but no one wants to hear you cough or blow your nose, So without further ado, this is not about me, it's about you guys. So let's jump into this. For the first card, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse position. So it seems that most of you have been working towards achieving a goal, and you've been working very hard towards achieving this goal, but you're being met with delays, postponements, and just obstacles popping up. Pretty much everything that can occur to prevent this from happening, it does. So you're feeling blocked, and whatever you're trying to achieve is essentially delayed. Sometimes the delay can be for a good reason that is revealed to us at a later time. Now, this is our circumstances card, and here we have the Knight of Cups. So, for some of you, you may have received some messages regarding romance. Perhaps someone has reached out to you and they've expressed a desire to maybe want to be with you, or for some of you, maybe some of you are wanting this to happen. But this is all about opening your heart and being ready for the possibility of love. Now, for some of you, this can indicate that someone has shown up in your life and you're ready to take the plunge and jump straight into that relationship. But for those of you that are already in a relationship and in a happy relationship, then, we could just, perhaps the person you're married to may be giving you a gift, or perhaps does something from the heart, maybe even write a poem for you. Or maybe we're just focused on love. This is different for everyone. And considering I'm reading for a mass amount of people, this is why I give different scenarios. But we will be clarifying all of the cards, of course. Okay, this is the focus card. And here we have the Judgment card. So this is our aha card, our whole new awareness. Sometimes we can figure something out that's more or less been staring at us right in the face all along, but then suddenly it clicks and we're like, aha, But this is ultimately about moving to a higher awareness. This higher awareness can be in any aspect of your life, or it could be in general, or it could be on the spiritual side as well. So you'll know where this fits in your life. Now, this is the card of your recent past, or what is passing. So for some of you, you might still be in this energy, and if that is you, this energy is moving away. So here we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. So some of you have definitely been upset recently or in your recent past in regards to a love relationship. When the Queen of Cups is in the reverse position, this indicates that we are emotionally out of balance, and therefore we're not using our intellect to think anymore, and we're using our emotions to think rather than using our intellect. And when we use our emotions to think, well, things can get worse. We need to use our intellect and our heart equally for the best results. But overall, this is about being emotionally out of balance, and typically this is due to a romantic type of situation that you're involved in, or a marriage, or this could even be within a very close friendship, or with a family member that you're very close to. Someone has done something to upset you. So this energy is passing or already passed. Now this card is for the present, the here and the now energy. And here we have the Hanged Man. So this is about letting go. Potentially making sacrifices that you've not made before. Maybe you're considering a complete change, a completely different lifestyle than what you have lived. Overall, this is about making a huge change and just essentially giving up and letting go and walking away from the past. Because we desire something with higher purpose. For most of us, we don't know exactly what it's going to be, but we know we're tired of what we've been in. We desire something with higher purpose. I mean, this is actually a good card. Now, for some of us, this can kind of feel like you're at a standstill. But the thing about the Hanged Man, you may feel like you're at a standstill, but you won't stay at a standstill for very long. That is a very temporary thing. So just know, if you feel that life is at a standstill, that's going to change quickly. But we're going to be faced with some decisions. Okay, this is the card of the near future. Here we have the Nine of Wands. So yes, we take a look here. This man's got a wound on his head because he has already been through some battles. And I would have to say that is absolutely accurate. Virgos have been through some battles already. But despite those battles, we are still standing strong. We are still prepared to handle any adversity that comes our way. Any type of battle that tries to come our way, we are ready, willing, and able to defend ourselves, our family, what we believe in, whatever we truly love and believe in, we will defend it to the end. And this card, we have enough energy and stamina to do so. So we can stand up to anything. We can make it through any type of adversity. We can make it through it right now. Sure, you can wound me, but guess what? That wound will heal. You're not going to stop me. So I'm loving the energy here. Very determined. And standing your ground. Okay, this is the card position of your attitude. So here we have the Queen of Coins, which is Virgo. So we're definitely still focused on our security. We're still focused on nurturing within others. We like to watch others grow as well. We like to help, even though sometimes our help can be perceived as being us being critical or judgmental. What most people don't understand about Virgo energy is we're not really trying to criticize. We're not trying to pick on people. We are only pointing out imperfections because we want to help you. We see what's wrong, and they may take it as we're criticizing them, but we're really not. We do this because we care. Because if we don't care about somebody, we're not gonna take our time to point out something to them that's very wrong that needs fixed. If we don't care, we're more likely to ignore them and walk away. Like, have fun with that. So we desire to see people grow. So these are very positive. Okay, now this is the position of how other people see us. And here we have the Chariot in the reverse position. So think of the Chariot like a vehicle. When it's in the reverse position, it's breaking down. So this can indicate for some of you potentially having automobile problems. So for some of you, you might have had to have some repairs done to your vehicle. Now, this can also apply to our physical health as well, because there is a tendency to become physically and even emotionally exhausted when the Chariot comes up in reverse. And this can make us ill. And how funny, I've caught in a flu bug and this pops up, but you know. But that's how it can play out. And sometimes, as Virgo, sometimes we'll push ourselves and just work. And if we don't slow down and force ourselves to take a break sometimes, then we can stress ourselves out to the point where we do get ill. Now, this can also indicate that perhaps you may have an enemy. You know, this won't resonate with everyone, but it will resonate with some of you. And with this card in the reverse position, for those of you who know you have an enemy out there that's steadily opposing you and causing you problems, it may feel like they're more victorious than you right now. But don't let that get the better of you. We can't stay down for long. Okay, this is the card position of our hopes and fears. And here we have the 10 of coins in the reverse position. So this is automatically a fear, because none of us want to be broke, bankrupt, destitute. Need I say more? Fear. For our final outcome card, we get the Page of Swords. So this can indicate that there could be some disappointing, discouraging type of news that could come our way. And this can also indicate receiving secret type of information. This can also indicate spying, third party, getting information from a third party. There is an element of sneakiness to this card. Yeah. But overall, with the Page of Swords, this is about us receiving messages. So some of those messages sometimes we're not meant to get, but we do. And sometimes this can just be indicating that we're going to get some discouraging news that may be a bit upsetting. This can also indicate a younger person in your life as well, as that may resonate with some of you. I always try to be aware of this card. This card makes me nervous. I'm ready to clarify. Okay, here we have the Eight of Cups. This is the bottom of the deck. We get the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. So, this definitely shows that we have returned to the physical and the material side of life. When it was in the upright position, we had walked away from something that we cared about, something that we put a lot of our time and our love and our energy into. And we were just saying, hey, I don't feel fulfilled. I'm ready for something with a higher meaning. It's like a spiritual quest. Now that it's in the reverse position, we're coming back to the physical and the material side of life. Now, for some of you, this could indicate that there is a new love interest in view. And for a few of you, this could indicate that if you had left a relationship, that you might desire to return to that relationship you had abandoned. But overall, this can be about renewing our energy and just simply ready to enjoy the physical and the material side of life. And hey, that's not all bad. Now, let's clarify. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. The Hanged Man twice. That's good. Okay, yeah. Yep, I don't like that. Not at all. Okay, we had our Six of Wands in the reverse position, where we've been met with delay and obstacles and achieving a goal that we've worked very hard for, or it's completely postponed. We clarify and we get the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. So perhaps you may receive some discouraging news in regards to this goal that you were trying to accomplish. And it may be that for some you may just want to completely scrap it and go after something different. Now, this Knight of Wands in the reverse position, this can indicate personal conflict. This can indicate insecurity. Maybe some of you are feeling insecure and feel like you'll never be able to achieve this. This can also indicate that things are just a hot mess. They're awry. This could be in business, at your home, or just in your job in general. This can also bring conflicts and jealousy. So some of you definitely could be experiencing conflicts because someone perhaps maybe is jealous. Or perhaps that could be you. You could be on either end. You could be on the receiving end, or you could be on the on the giving end of this. But overall, this is about feeling insecure. But this can also be a desire to rock the boat as well. Okay. Here we had our circumstances card, which was the Knight of Cups, which is about the messages of love, or perhaps beginning a new relationship, or the desire to begin a new relationship. We clarify and we get the Knight of Swords. So, the Knight of Swords, he comes in pretty swift and quickly. He doesn't dilly-dally around. And he is pretty much straight to the punch. The Knight of Swords, he is all about getting to the truth of the matter. Because there is a sense of a forewarning. When the Knight of Swords appears, he is trying to warn you about something. Because when you are forewarned, you are forearmed, you are prepared. The Knight of Swords wants you to be prepared. So the Knight of Swords is essentially saying, you need to be careful in this situation. So for those of you who have gotten into a relationship, don't freak out, but, definitely sit back and observe. Make sure everything is going on for the right reasons. Because there is a foreboding feeling with this. Because the Knight of Swords, he always jumps in to prepare you of impending crap coming our way. Essentially, it's a warning to be prepared. We may need to do battle. And perhaps we may have to battle over someone we love. Or with someone we love. Or with something we love. Okay. This was our focus card. We had the Judgment card. This was our awareness, our awakening. Moving to a higher state of awareness. We clarify and we get the Eight of Cups in the upright position. So there's a very spiritual side to the Judgment card. Because you're ascending to a much higher awareness. And with the Eight of Cups, this is where you're essentially, you've stacked your cups up really nice and neat, and you are walking away. You are abandoning a certain situation because you're going on a spiritual quest. You seek something with a higher purpose, with higher meaning. And that translates for most of us as we don't want just any old relationship, We want something that has some real meaning behind it. We want the spiritual part of it. We don't want just the physical, basic, shallow type stuff. That's not making us happy anymore. We want that deep soul connection. So for some of you have literally abandoned a situation or even a person or a relationship where you've just decided, you know what, I'm done. I'm ready to go see if the grass is greener on the other side. Or I'm ready to go because this isn't doing it for me anymore and I need something with more meaning. Whatever it is, you'll know it's something you've decided you were going to walk away from. Okay, this was our card of the recent past, or what is passing. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse, so this shows that someone definitely hurt us emotionally, and we let our emotions get the better of us, and we were thinking with our emotions rather than with our intellect. We clarify and we get the Hanging Man. So we've got a double dose of the Hanged Man, essentially. And this upset here, whatever the situation was that upset you and made you very emotional, perhaps you made a choice to let it go and sacrifice it because, again, you are ready to move on to something with higher meaning. So, essentially, we keep talking about this, especially right here. So I feel that a lot of you guys are you're just tired of the basic, shallow, surface type of stuff. We want something more spiritual. Something that makes us feel like we're complete, where we can feel like we're actually contributing. This can also be a card of prophecy as well. But this is about walking away from what we have known. This is walking away from what is familiar and comfortable to us. But we're doing it. We realize exactly what we're leaving behind. And we're doing so anyway. But we have our reasons for it. Now, this was the card for the present, the here and the now energy. We have the Hanged Man again. We clarify, we get the Nine of Cups. So, this is really good. This shows once we let go and we make that sacrifice and we move in a completely different direction than we ever would have dreamed of going in, we get rewarded with a wish. A wish that we've wanted that comes true. This was our card for the near future. We got the Nine of Wands, which was about being prepared to stand your ground. We can handle any adversity. We've already battled, and we're more than ready, willing, and able to battle again if we need to. We clarify, and we get the Six of Coins in the reverse position. So, this can indicate that perhaps some of you, maybe some of you have had a settlement, or even an estate, or a will type of settlement money, and this card can indicate that things may be handled unfairly in an unethical way, meaning that things may not be distributed equally as they should have been. This can also indicate that perhaps you may receive a bonus or a gift, but if you receive a bonus, it's not going to be as big as you thought it was going to be. Or if you receive a gift, it may be one of those type of gifts or bonuses where there's strings attached. So you definitely need to be careful of that. Now this can also indicate that if you have like an investment like a 401k, this could indicate that it has lost its original value, so it's no longer worth even what you had invested. It's a pretty upsetting card financially. It's not the end of the world by any means, but it's definitely indicating some financial difficulties. Perhaps some of you have needed some financial help. Maybe some of you have tried applying for a loan and you don't get approved, and maybe you feel that things were handled in an unfair, unethical way. But overall, no matter how negative this may feel, you can make it through, and you will make it through. You have the inner strength and the stamina. You're going to make it through this. This too shall pass. So don't let it get you down, okay? This was the card position of your attitude. We had our Queen of Coins. We clarify, we get the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is, it can be an opportunity, but it can also be an opportunity that we've already started and we are waiting on results. And with our Queen of Coins here, we're expecting good results. We have manifested and materializing an opportunity, and we're just waiting to hear back because we're expecting good results. Now this may pose a bit of a problem, but don't let it knock you off your A game, okay? Because we can handle it. It'll be a temporary setback. And when one door closes, another opens. And I feel like if a door closes, then that is the universe trying to tell me then that was not the opportunity for me. There's something better. Okay, this was the card position of how other people see us. We had the Chariot in the reverse position. We clarify, and we have the Ace of Coins in the reverse position. So, the Ace of Coins in reverse, this is about us missing something. Perhaps we were putting our plan into motion or our project into motion, or whatever it may be. Perhaps we had missed something, or we hadn't planned on something, or maybe we underestimated the amount of money that it would have costed. So this can definitely indicate that it's going to take more money than what we had expected. And it may or may not be worth it. But with the Chariot in the reverse position, I feel like the finances is what may be bringing most of you down. Or this new start that you've tried to make financially, and it's bringing about obstacles and you're having a hard time getting it going. And this is really weighing you down, and you just feel like, I'm never going to make it. The competition is too strong out there. I could say about a million different things here with these combinations. But overall, this is about our financial security, and I think we're experiencing a setback in regards to that. And for some of us, we may let it get to us to the point where we might exhaust ourselves. Perhaps you're trying to exhaust yourself on this new project and you just keep working and working and working, but you got to take a break, because when we overwork ourselves, we can miss some big details. And even though Virgos are very good at, finding those details, when we're overworked, well, it is possible that we could end up missing some very important details. When the Ace of Coins is in the reverse, you want to be prepared for anything. And also the Ace of Coins in reverse, this is basically a warning to stop spending. Don't keep letting money go out the window here, because money is running away from you when it's in the reverse position. So you don't want to spend all of your money on accomplishing this goal when it's just simply just not, it's not what's meant for us right now. Like I said, when one door closes, another opens, and I feel that we have a much better opportunity, but it just has not been presented to us yet. And for some of you, you just may be experiencing financial difficulties, and this is making you feel sick or just mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted. Maybe you're just tired and ready to give up the fight because you feel like it's just not worth it. This was the position of our hopes and fears. And we have the Ten of Coins in the reverse position. So, the whole bankruptcy, destitution, poverty. Yep, this is definitely a fear. We clarify. We actually get the Virgo Hermit card, but it's in the reverse position. So again, I'm going to say this is a fear, because when the Hermit's in the reverse position, this is about wishful thinking. This is like just sitting there daydreaming and expecting everything to just happen for you simply by wishing it so. And sometimes it can be like our heads in the clouds, that we just can't even really see how dark it is outside. And this can also be about isolating yourself too much as well, and not listening to your own intuition, your own inner voice. So definitely seems like a fear. Now, for our final outcome, we had the Page of Swords. We clarify, we get the Five of Swords in the reverse position. Okay. Whew. Let me just go ahead and forewarn you. I'm going to try to keep it clean, but this is a warning for the language that, could potentially come out of my mouth here. All right. Essentially, when we have the Five of Swords, in the reverse position. This is a sneaky asshole, okay, who has a great desire to hurt you. And more times than not, they will hurt you by gossiping. Now, when the card's in the upright position, that's more about complete deception and someone wanting to start a war with you, and they're just being outright deceptive. So now that it is in the reverse position, there is no deception going on, but there certainly is someone that is gossiping. And considering that this deals with third-party information and spying and secret information, then you have to step back and think, okay, are you going to be on the receiving end, or are you going to be on the giving end of this type of energy? Because you'll be like on equal footing with whomever is trying to start this problem for you, or vice versa. If you're trying to start a problem, there's equal footing, so there's not a whole lot of deception, but there is still that element of sneakiness. There is a desire to be sneaky, and sometimes there is an outright desire to cause conflicts. Someone who desires to cause a conflict for you. And so someone could give you information because they want you to be in conflict. Or someone could give someone in your life information about you that's purely gossip because they desire to be sneaky and to cause you problems. So you really need to be careful, but don't worry. Again, you can handle it. And somebody, if you're on the receiving end of this, whomever is doing this, don't let them get to you. They are simply trying to provoke you, and they want to get a reaction out of you. Don't give them the time of day. They ain't worth it. They really aren't. And just be grateful that you get to out this asshole, whoever it is, okay? Excuse my French. I'm serious. But whoever it is, it could be male or female. It doesn't matter. But whoever it is, they want to start you some problems. You know, they could even, for some of you, they could even come to you like they're all caring and concerned. So they've got to give you some information that they feel you need to know. But ultimately, they're sitting back here with that sly little grin on their face. Like, yeah, I'm causing them problems. So you just want to be really careful with any type of information that you receive, third-party wise, or secret type of information. Should you receive some information, you may want to react and go confront someone about this information. But my advice is to wait. Don't react immediately. You may want to react immediately, but then you may be giving this person exactly what they want. You may need to research and see if you can actually verify this information from other sources to see how true is it. Woo, that is hardcore. Wow. Woo. Okay, yeah. Something else I need to mention here. With looking at the near future and the final outcome here, you know, this can indicate that perhaps we may have a lawsuit. So some of you could be dealing with a lawsuit. Now, if this happens to be you, do know that yes, this is very upsetting to go through, but whatever you, if you have, sorry, the loss will not be a major loss, okay? Yes, you could still lose in a lawsuit, but it won't be like a huge devastating loss that's like life altering. I'm not saying it's gonna be very minor, but it's not going to be very major, okay? It's not going to be enough to knock you Virgos down to where you don't want to get back up, because ultimately you're prepared to handle anything and you're willing to defend your situation, your values, your beliefs, your family, whatever it may be. You are ready, willing, and able to defend yourself, and you can handle anything that life throws at you right now. So just know that you have the inner strength to make it through this. I know that this can be a very emotional situation for some of you. For some of you, this may be within a personal life situation. This could be occurring for some of you in regards to a romantic relationship or a marriage or a very close friendship, or even with one of your family members. This would be with someone that you love. Now, I do feel that for some of you, this situation is going to stem from someone that you love. But my feel is that for most of you, this could be with a relationship. Within a relationship, a romantic relationship. It could also be friendship, but, you know, romantic relationship. There could be a lawsuit in regards to this, and this is why the Knight of Swords popped up, because the Knight of Swords is always bringing us a warning. It's like a foreboding, like, hey, you need to pay attention because there is trouble ahead. You need to be prepared. Good call with the Knight of Swords, because he is absolutely correct. We need to be prepared for this. And it's probably stemming from this right here. Our Knight of Cups. So, for me, I feel that a lot of this comes from someone you love. This could even be from a younger person. Someone younger than you. This could even be, for some of you, your child. But this is hardcore. But overall, you know, this can definitely indicate that we are very emotionally hurt due to this. Because someone truly is desiring to start conflict for us. They want to start a problem for us. And so you may be the object of gossip. And for those of you who are being targeted for gossip. Deal with this shit immediately, okay? Pardon my French, but this fires me up, okay? Deal with this directly and immediately when it comes to gossip. Get to the truth of the matter and get it out there. Don't let this person's gossiping, shit-starting ways throw you off, okay? Just put the truth of the matter out there. And if someone doesn't believe you, then it's their loss. Because the truth always comes out in the end. Always. Never fail. And if someone doesn't want to believe you, then hey, it's their loss. But definitely be careful, because someone is going to try to start a problem. Okay, for the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands in reversed. So, just like I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling a bit aggressive because I don't like people messing with Virgos. Especially when they're bullies and they want to start problems. That doesn't go well with me. But overall, this card is about your aggression is in control. This can make you come across as bossy or even pushy. So, I mean, but I completely understand why. But you need to try to be careful in communicating with others. We don't want to push our own issues onto other people. Sure, someone may have done us wrong, but it's not everybody's fault. You know what I mean? Life happens, it does. But this too shall pass. Just like I said, try to not be very reactive when it comes to whomever may be spreading this gossip or trying to start this problem. Because they want you to immediately react, and you could make yourself look more bad if you just let the first thing that pops into your brain fly out of your mouth, you know what I mean? So just be careful. You want to stop and think. Don't be so reactive. Because the Queen of Wands in the reverse position she's reactive in the reverse position. She's jumping, and she's doing so in an aggressive way. So do try to be careful. Don't let them have what they want. Okay, yeah, I got 5 oracle cards for you guys this month. I'm not going to clarify the love oracles this month. I'm way behind, as you guys already know, and once I fully get done doing all of my videos for this month that I'm so late on, I'm just going to jump straight into February here. Okay, first card, wedding. This situation involves marriage. And you'll know which card resonates with you and your situation. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yeah. So yeah, for some of you this may occur within a relationship. You may receive some gossip in regards to someone you're with, or you may be the person that's being gossiped about. Either way, some forgiving and learning may be involved within this relationship. But jealousy can come up in a big way too. And that's typically why this person desires to start conflict with you, because maybe they want what you have. And maybe it's not so obvious, but maybe they want what you have, or maybe they're just simply jealous because their life isn't going right, so they desire to try to ruin someone else's. And that's a miserable person, and you know what? They'll get their karma. You can't do this type of crap to people and expect everything to be okay. Action, reaction. That's how karma works. So, karma will get them. Just stay on the right side of things and try to handle things the best way you can, even though this may be very emotionally provoking, okay? But you are forewarned. So, now that you have this knowledge, you'll be more prepared to handle the situation. Okay, keep your head up, Virgos. Don't let the haters get to you, okay? They're just mad. They're just mad and jealous. Okay. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys next month. In the meantime, I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. I'll talk to you next month.